Welcome to Narrative Notions, where we unleash our unbridled, maybe unpopular opinions on books, TV shows, movies, and all things media. All opinions are our own, and we apologize for nothing. Hashtag dead dove, do not eat. We are your hosts, Bianca, and this is Bethany. Hi. And we are going to start off with, as always, our currently reading list and what we are watching. And then on today's episode, we are going to be talking about YouTubers and influencers that we miss and current ones that we love. So this is a bookish podcast as well as a media podcast. So we will be flip-flopping episodes. So today will be media, as our intro episode was more on the bookish side. Bethany, tell us about your currently reading and watching list.
Well, my currently reading list is the same as last time. It's still Sea of Monsters from Percy Jackson and She Gets the Girl. I have not made any progress. I will fully admit to that right now. However, I did add 2 shows to my currently watching. I finished One Piece, the live adaptation, because I'm not watching the anime. I don't have the time for that. It's only like 8 episodes. It's not that long. I think it's 12. I don't know. It's not that long. But I finished that. I started watching Bungo Stray Dogs season 5. So I love Bungo Stray Dogs. It's amazing. And then I started watching the case study of Vanitas, which is an anime about vampires, which is really nice. It's not Vampire Night, so that's a plus. And I yeah. And I'm still watching the Percy Jackson series as the episodes come out. I actually finished watching the newest 5th episode as my laptop was charging before we did this.
I need to start it because I did really enjoy the movies. I love Logan Lerman.
Everyone loves Logan Lerman.
Um, I've only read the first book. Now, for my currently reading list, it's all the same thing as last time. I've made a little bit of progress in a couple of things. Um, but I did add some more books. So I
Of
am
course you
now up
did.
to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm up to 9 books. Last time I said that I was reading 8 books. I was wrong. I was reading 7. I'm now reading 9. So I have now added an advanced reader copy for A Place for Vanishing by Anne. I think her last name is pronounced Frystat. And it is a YA thriller horror book. I am 14% into that. Wow. And my review is due by the 16th. So, by the next episode, I should be finished with it, hopefully, because I'm reading it through NetGalley and I really don't want to mess up my percentage ratio. And then I'm also listening to The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I'm about 7% into that. And the audiobook narrator are so talented. They have so many different accents. And some of the French ones, I really just cannot understand what is going on. But so far, it's pretty interesting. I've only got 7 days left on it because I forgot about it for a week on Libby, and it's 13 hours long. So, got to get that figured out. I've added nothing to my watch list. I'm still just watching Lost. I just love Lost. No, let's get away from me and my crazy reading habits.
High blood pressure. High blood pressure because of
Always.
you.
All right. Who are some YouTubers and some influencers that you miss? We all know that there is a particular person that is going to come up on this list because everybody always talks about her.
Oh
But you know
yeah,
what? We're going to jump on the
absolutely.
bandwagon.
Okay, this is going to be a throwback and this might age us just a little bit. And I don't like their videos. I don't like all of their videos now. Um, but I miss O2L.
We didn't discuss who was on our list before we did. I was going to put Ricky down. I
I
wasn't.
miss all of
Okay.
O2L. I still watch
Yes.
some of Connor's videos because they come up on my recommended every now and then, and I'll see them on TikTok. but I miss all of their videos. They're in better places and they're a lot happier with themselves now. And like Connor's out and he's doing his own thing and he's being just a fun little gay Tumblr boy. But I do miss a lot of their collaborations. They were so funny. I miss those videos so much.
I think that Connors were my favorite along with JC and Kian.
Hmm.
Do I love them now? No. But looking back on it, it's like seeing Trevor now, Trevi, it's like, wow, it was obvious. But none of us had any idea. I didn't watch as many of Ricky's videos. There were
Girl, I had
six
a
of them,
whole
right?
Ricky phase.
Ricky, Connor, Kian, JC, Trevi. The other one.
I
There
don't
was
remember
another
what
one.
I don't remember what the other one was.
I can picture his face.
I know I
I
can
can
see his
picture it in
face.
my
I don't
brain.
remember what his name was.
Moving on. Moving on. Um, you know, I don't even know what most of them are doing nowadays, except for Trevi, like re-releasing most of her old music, and coming out with new stuff. And you know what? Good for her. And also there was a video where she was doing a video with JC and Kian, and they talked about some inappropriate things with this region. That was funny. That we're
Yeah.
not gonna get into that. But um I only have one YouTuber that I miss. Well, that I wrote down anyway, but as we were talking about O2L, I realized that I missed someone else. Though he's like not a YouTuber anymore, he's still like in the limelight. I miss Troye Sivan.
Dude,
I miss
I oh
his
my God.
videos. Oh my God, they were my favorite. I remember his The Fault in Our Stars video. And oh my God,
Right?
I remember at like 13 years old, I made a Facebook status. I made a Facebook status and it
Oh
pops
wait, I
up
think I remember this. I think I remember that
where I was
Facebook
like, oh
status.
my God, I'm in love with Troye Sivan Mellet. Like,
Yeah,
he's
I
so
remember
beautiful.
that.
And my aunt commented on it and was like, I don't think that Mellet is a good last name for you. And then literally, maybe 3 days later, he came out on YouTube, which Bethany knows I have a track record of having crushes on dudes that then
You
come out as
really
gay
do.
later.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's been since elementary school, dude. I am blushing. Um, I can't help it, but yes, I miss Troye Sivan a whole lot, and I keep fidgeting with this flippin' chapstick that I want to put on. I have a problem. I have anxiety, and if I don't wear chapstick, it makes me feel like I am dying. So you'll see
Yeah.
me messing with that. But yes, I miss Troye Sivan, but I enjoy all of his super fruity videos on TikTok with all of his dancing, and I just love his music.
Oh
One
yeah.
of your girls is he's the prettiest
Dude,
woman I've ever seen in my life.
Ross Lynch in that video, jump
Shut
scare.
up.
Surprising jump scare. I loved it.
Sir, put some clothes on.
Okay, for this next one, I can't say that I missed them because they came back, but Dan and Phil.
Dude,
I've been watching Dan and Phil games since they came back in like October, November, and it took me back to like being 14, 15 years old. It's a trip. I love it.
I wasn't a huge Dan and Phil girl. I'm so sorry. Was I really excited when they came out? Yeah, that's flippin' adorable. But I didn't watch a whole lot of their videos.
Mm,
They were kind of just there for me. I was aware that they existed. I knew
yeah.
of them. And I liked generally the like British YouTubers. Will I
Oh
say that
yeah.
I really miss any of them? No. Some of them are still out there, just not doing as
Yeah.
much anymore, but whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I like they their videos have always been very like I don't want to say like kind of friendly, you know? They just
Hmm.
make you feel like you're there with them and
They
it's so
feel
entertaining and they're so
safe.
funny. They do feel safe. Yeah.
They feel safe.
Yeah.
Um, my last one. We all knew it was coming.
Oh yeah. This
Jenna
is the only
Marbles!
one. This is the only one we talked
Jenna
about.
Marbles!
Bring her
I
back.
miss her. When I found out that she got married, oh my God. Well, first of all, when I found out that she got engaged, I cried. When I found out she got
Dude.
married, I cried. Like, my name's Jenna. I have a basketball game tomorrow. She makes me sad. But we know that she's doing okay because of Julian. I like to
Mhm.
check up on the dogs. I will probably have to take off a day at work when Marbles dies.
Oh no, don't make me think about that.
He's so old. But like when we were kids, he was already old. How old is that man now? Like 15? Jesus Christ. But he's doing amazing, little Bob
Mm.
man. And I'm so happy for them with all of their fostering, for all of the little babies. And, I'm sure she's doing amazing with whatever she's doing with all of her oodles of money. I just miss her becoming a disco ball on the internet.
There are
It brought me joy.
there's
And
just some
trying,
influence I wish and some influencers I wish we could trade in for Jenna Marbles, you know? I want her back. We need to trade somebody.
Matt Rife. We're not even gonna get into that. We're not gonna
No,
get that controversial. We're just gonna say take Matt Rife.
give us Jenna Marbles.
Yes. I know there's a couple others that I would throw in there. Jake Paul,
Mm. Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, Sam Pepper. Is he
Oh,
still relevant? Probably not.
I have
Who
no idea.
else? Most of the TikTok people,
Yeah.
Lil Huddy. Take him! Take him! I'll throw him into the pit right now. Give me Jenna Marbles.
Trade all of them for one person.
For one person, just one. Just a
We solved the trolley problem.
um now, who
Oh,
are some current or wait, do you have any more that you wanted to bring up that you
no,
miss? Okay.
not
Who
really,
are your
no.
current people that you are really, really loving? Influencers, YouTubers.
You already know the first one that I'm gonna say because I have a whole monologue. Dylan Mulvaney. I love her
We
so
love
much.
her.
And I'm gonna go it's gonna be a long reason as to why, but I think you'll understand. As, you know, cis women growing up, as little girls, we are told that we can't like a lot of the girly stuff. So
You
in
have
our
to be a
brains,
tomboy.
right. So like we can't like the frilly stuff. We can't like pink. We can't like glitter, any of this girly stuff. None of us wanted to wear makeup. We didn't want to wear skirts. We all thought that was like we didn't want to be like other girls. And I mean, I get that, but watching Dylan and her transition and like how she approached every single little thing and all these girlhood experiences that she had and seeing how excited she was for them, it made me be okay with being a woman again. You know, it made me realize that, hey, I'm allowed to like pink. I can appreciate all these girly things. I like this frilly stuff. And I like all these super fun girly stuff. I want to wear skirts. I want to like dresses. I just got back into wearing makeup again. And it was nice to watch her go through all of that and have that resurgence in like, oh, I'm allowed to like these things because it doesn't matter what everyone else says or thinks. It doesn't matter. I don't care. And that's one of the biggest things. And I don't want to say that, like, you know, she's the only one to have done that during her transition, but I think the reason it sticks out to me the most is because she was so open and honest and excited about every little thing that she did. you know? And it made me excited and it got to me. And I remember the moment, I think it was in like high school, where I realized, okay, pink isn't that bad of a color. I actually really like it. But God forbid I told anyone that. So,
I think that it's really wholesome how she kind of went about her transition and like learning all of these new things. But at the
mhm,
same time, she has been very public about like, I didn't ask for this big, huge following and
yeah,
becoming the face of all of these things. And suddenly everybody knows about me. And then all of these men that are very triggered by Bud Light having her on one packet of cans, that's a
yeah.
problem. That's a problem. Like totally it's ruining your life. It is affecting you and your well-being. But
Yeah.
I enjoy her. I think that she is a very sweet person. I love her
I would
transition.
love to
I
meet her.
think
Oh
that
my God.
shut up. I feel like she would give like the best hugs and she would just be like such a
Oh,
wonderful person to
absolutely.
meet.
I remember seeing her face reveal. Oh my God. Audrey Hepburn, who? Yes, please. Thank you.
I'm looking for my cats. Sorry. I have two of them in here. One of them, that's Clarence. He is always, always by me. I'm surprised he's not in my lap. Um, I had, I had to bring her up. Brittany, fucking Broski, that
Oh yeah.
woman. I love that she took Kombucha Girl and just ran with it and has just
Oh
made a
yeah.
whole career out of it. This bitch met Harry Styles.
Dude.
Harry Styles. It's Harry. Stop it. Like she has her own podcast. I hope that one day we are on that level. One day we'll we'll
Maybe.
have something like Brittany's podcast. But I think that she is such an absolutely hilarious person.
Oh yeah.
I love snippets from her podcast. I just love hearing about what she wants to say. And I think that she is just like a classic like Southern woman. I love that she speaks out about like the toxic religious stuff that she went through with
Oh
her
yeah.
family
Absolutely.
because like we are from the South. I am currently in Florida. Bethany is currently in Tennessee. She moved to Tennessee a couple of months ago. So like where I am, it's not quite as bad right
I live in
now.
the Bible Belt now.
She is in the Bible Belt. Whoa, in the middle of literal nowhere.
Yeah.
So I definitely relate to a lot of the things that Brittany says. I think she's such a
Mhm.
funny person and I would want her to pick me up and just throw me. And that'd be great. Like not even just to hurt me, just like throw me into the wall and that would be like a wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Have you seen her video with Trixie Mattel, the makeup drag queen video?
Yes.
My favorite. When
And
I
Trixie
close my
is
eyes,
just
I can't
dragging her
see.
like the whole time. When I close my
It's
eyes, I can't
I
see.
can't
And Trixie
see.
is just
Well,
like, hello? Yeah, I wonder why. I love her obsession with Call of Duty characters and like masked characters. And she's just like going fucking feral and then like finding her secret accounts where she's talking about smutty books and she's just like, I'm reading about fairies and vampires and and I'm like, God, I wish I could be that funny.
oh my
Oh,
God.
just like seamlessly. I have to
Oh
rehearse
yeah.
half of this in my head. Oh, God.
One YouTuber that I have definitely been getting into, his name is Danny Motta. He is an anime reactor. I love his sense of humor.
Mhm.
It's so funny. I I can't tell you who his sense of humor reminds me of, but he's so sarcastic and I absolutely love it. He's hilarious. I will have to send you a video or two of his.
I have absolutely no idea who that is, and I need to
He's
look it up. How do you spell his
he's
last name?
Motta.
Motta. I just want to know what he looks like. What do you look like?
He looks
That
kind of
looks
nerdy.
like a white man. A
Yeah.
white man? No.
No.
Ugh.
I love New Girl.
All right. Well,
His
let's
videos
see.
are pretty funny.
Anime react. I used to be really into the anime man, and then he kind of just for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say that I miss him. Nothing against Joey, but like it's just his stuff is not my vibe anymore. Like it's
Which
not.
is
It just
okay, you know?
yeah.
That's fine.
I do watch
I
some of his old videos that used to make me laugh all the
True.
time though. I do watch
He
some of those
definitely has
again.
like the sense of humor that's like very funny to like teenagers. And
Yeah.
we are not that anymore,
No.
despite appearances. Um,
Yeah.
I am very into roll for sandwich right now. Jake is such
Same.
a
I love rolls
funny
for sandwich.
dude. I love him. I've been watching it since the beginning, and
Oh
there
yeah,
was a
me too.
while where TikTok did not give me any of his videos.
I
So I thought that
know.
he
I
stopped. I thought he
Dude, I had to
stopped,
go
or I thought he
looking for those
quit.
videos.
And I had one randomly pop up, and I was like, oh my God, he's still doing it. So then I had to go back for like 3 months and watch all of his videos. I'm like, I need to know about the sandwich with tuna and peppermint. It's disgusting. How does he do it? Good gracious alive. I also like all of the spinoffs like Roll for Sushi and Roll for Pizza, Roll
Yeah.
for Ice Cream Sundae.
Yeah.
But Roll for Sandwich will always be the best because I feel like
Oh, absolutely.
it's very versatile and
It's
it
yeah,
always
there's
somehow comes together, even if it's really bad. But like, I guess Roll for Pizza or like Roll for Sushi or whatever, like you can really fuck that up like really easily and make it
yeah.
super gross. Um, but I don't
But
know,
also
something about Roll for Sandwich
sandwiches
just
have more options to put on
they
them.
do. So many things can be a sandwich. And not unpopular opinion, but quick fire question. Are hot dogs a sandwich?
I think they're a taco.
I think, you know what? I've never thought about that perspective. I think maybe both. They're both. We'll come back to that. Um, who else are you really liking right now?
Um, I mean, I it's not like a specific person, but we know that I'm like a big fan of like fan edits of stuff. So I have like a whole playlist of
Judge
like
Rogers.
I have a whole playlist on TikTok for like fan edits that I get of like my favorite shows and movies and stuff. And it's ridiculous. I have a problem. There's like over 4,000 videos in that playlist.
Oh my
So the fan editors,
God.
I I appreciate them so
She sees
much.
you.
I do. It
God,
doesn't mean much coming from me, but I appreciate you very much.
when I'm like really obsessed with like a particular movie or show or something, I'll get a bunch of edits about it. Like after I saw The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I got
Mhm.
12,000 edits of Tom Blythe and just um
I mean, fair. It's
and
reasonable.
I will always take edits of Josh Hutcherson in
Oh
literally
yeah.
everything.
Absolutely.
Logan Lerman, Dylan
Mhm.
O'Brien, all of the white boys of the month. Okay, thank you. I also have my own series, which is Bianca's random, sickly looking, very tall white man of now. And I cycle through them. For a little while, it was MGK. Now he's creepy. I don't mess with that. For a while, it was Jack Harlow. I know there was another one. They're like grotesquely tall and they basically look like they're dying. Why? I don't know, because I'm not even really super attracted to that in real life. But, oh, I know Young Gravy was one of them. They're almost
God.
always rappers. Why are they always rappers?
That's a
Just
good
sickly
question.
looking white men. Sickly looking white men. It's fine. Um, I don't even know if this has a name or like if there is a person to this account. I am going to say this, and I'm telling you right now, I already know the reaction that Bethany's gonna have. Shrimp rave. Shrimp rave. It wasn't popping up for a while and I got so sad, but every single time it pops up on TikTok on my For You page, I have to message her and I have to be like, Shrimp rave is on. And then I just do, and then I just dance with the shrimps and I just have it on while I'm cooking and I just love the shrimps and it is just so enjoyable for me. I love shrimp rave. Are you kidding me? I also love the hamster rave, but not as much as the shrimp rave. I don't know if shrimp rave has a person's name on there. I looked earlier, but I appreciate you and your endangered shrimp. We love the endangered shrimp. I keep smacking my microphone. My goodness, I'm so sorry.
I mean, I can't really hear it, so I mean, you're not hitting like the actual
They'll
thing.
hear it.
I
They'll be
doubt
like,
it.
why are you killing our eardrums?
Um, Anyone else before we wrap up?
Quick fire. Quick
Mhm.
fire. I won't go too much into it, but Madeline and the Fruit Cats. I love her cats. I love Pumpkin. Bethany doesn't know who the hell I'm talking about. I've told her about the Fruit Cats multiple times. She claims to have no idea what this is. The people of the internet know about Madeline and the Fruit Cats. Peach,
There, okay, there,
pumpkin, coconut, and cherry.
I have like
Damn it.
three quick fires that I want to do real quick. One is Boze. She does a true crime podcast, kind of like she'll do true crime every now and then she'll do like a whole bunch of like reaction videos or like streams on Twitch. So I love her. And then there's I apologize if I say their names wrong because they're Muslim, so I don't know. But Mehdi and Mubina, I think, because their videos about Islam and the Muslim religion is so informative and their humor is really funny and I love how respectful they are as well. So seeing their videos on my For You page is absolutely wonderful. And last one, I don't know if I sent you these videos or not, and I can't remember what the name of the girl is for the life of me, but she has those baby cows, those baby miniature cows that pop up every
You've
winter.
probably sent me the cows.
I probably
God, I
have. This
love
year
cows.
it's pumpkin and something. I don't remember what the other one was. Last year it was poppy and petunia. This year it's pumpkin and someone and they're little baby like mini cows and they're so cute. They're so fuzzy. I love those videos. And she lets them run around the little barn and then like the tip tappies of the hooves on the barn floor. Precious. I love it. I will have to send you those videos.
Oh my goodness. My last rapid fire is Chrissy Marshall. She has a TikTok account. She is deaf and she educates on like the difference between ASL and then I can never think of the name of it. Bethany went to school to be an interpreter and then decided not to do that. What is it called when people who are not deaf are signing like exact English? Signing exact English?
Yeah, it's
SEE?
SEE. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she educates on that. She teaches like sign language, and I think that she is like a super, super sweet person. And I think that she is absolutely wonderful. Um, and I believe that is everything. That is our media episode. Thank you for listening to the second episode of Narrative Notions. We'll be back
Woo!
soon. Our next episode will be another book episode. Hopefully, we'll have some more interesting things for you. So, thank you, friends, for listening to this week's episode. You can find us on YouTube or on Spotify, depending on whether or not you want to see our faces. You might want to see our reactions a little bit because it's pretty funny considering some of the things that I do. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.